Welcome to Satish Science Teacher YouTube channel. Today we are going to see the book back evaluations from Standard 9 Science Book Unit 12 Periodic Classification of Elements. In the world there are 118 elements. These elements are classified according to their classified means they are grouped and segregated according to their atomic number. But in the early concept of classifications, the elements are classified according to their atomic masses. There are three scientists, namely Johann Wolfgang Dobriner and John Newlands, and one more person, Mendeleev. These three scientists have some concepts over the classification of elements according to the atomic masses, but there are some limitations for their concept and periodic classifications. So nowadays we are for the world for scientific world follows the modern periodic table, which is presented by the English physicist Henry Moseley in 1913. Through his X-ray diffraction experiments, proved that the properties of elements depends on the atomic number and not on the atomic masses. Okay, so these things are dealt in the classifications. And what are the periodic table of elements? See the modern periodic table of the elements. Here the first column is known as 1A and 2A, and the third one, fourth one, fifth one, like that. See the last one, that is 18th column is contains the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, rubidium. These are known as ideal gases. தமிழில் வந்து மந்த வாயுக்கள் சொல்லுவோம், because they are not ready to react with each other. They never react with each other, or they never react with other elements. So they are known as ideal or noble gases. And see the 17th 17th column. See this: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and adenine, like this. These are known as halogens. So it is known as halogen family. And one more thinking is that here the hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, like this. Hydrogen is the first element because it has only one proton and one electron. And some of the elements are grouped lanthanides and actinides. So these are the main structure of the periodical table of elements, but that is not needed now. Okay, we will move the book back evaluations. So choose the correct answer. If Dobriner is related with law of triads, then Newland is related with law of octaves. Law of octaves. அதாவது டொப்ரினர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, அடுத்தடுத்து இருக்கக்கூடிய மூணு எலிமெண்ட்டோட அட்டாமிக் மாசஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும்னா, சென்டரில் இருக்க எலிமெண்ட்டோட அட்டாமிக் மாஸ் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட்லேயும் தேர்ட்லேயும் இருக்கக்கூடிய எலிமெண்ட்டோட அட்டாமிக் மாஸோட ஆவரேஜ்க்கு ஈக்குவலாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். ஸோ அது வந்து டொப்ரினர். ஸோ அதுதான் வந்து ட்ரையாட்ஸ், லா ஆஃப் ட்ரையாட்ஸ்னு சொன்னாங்க. பட் நியூலாண்ட் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, எவ்ரி எயித் எலிமெண்ட் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எலிமெண்ட்டோட சிமிலராக இருக்கும் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸில் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். ஸோ அதனால தான் ஆக்டேவ்னா 8. ஸோ லா ஆஃப் ஆக்டேவ் சொல்கிறாங்க. Modern periodic law states that the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic number. Elements in the modern periodic tables are arranged in 18 groups and 7 periods. Fill in the blanks. In Dobriner triads, the atomic weight of the middle element is the average of the atomic masses of first and third elements. Noble gases belong to 18th group of periodic table, that is argon, neon, helium, like that. The basis of the classification proposed by Dobriner, Newland, and Mendeleev was atomic mass. Example for liquid metal is mercury, because mercury is the only element that exists in a liquid condition at the room temperature. Next one is match the following. Triads. Triads means the law of triads that is proposed by Dobriner. And alkali metal. Sodium is alkali metal. And law of octaves. Law of octaves was proposed by the scientist Newland. Alkaline earth metal is the calcium, and modern periodic law is presented by Henry Moseley. State whether the true or false. If false, correct the given statement. Newland's periodic table is based on atomic mass of elements, and modern periodic table is based on atomic number of elements. It is a true statement. Because Newland is periodic table is based on the atomic mass. It is a older concept, but nowadays a modern periodic table is observed and followed by most of the all of the scientists. That is based on atomic number of elements. And metals can gain electrons. It is a false statement because metals cannot gain electrons. They tend to be low electrons. So metals can gain electrons is false. Alloys bear the characteristics of both metals and non-metals. It is a false statement. Lanthanides and actinides are kept at the bottom of the periodic table because they resemble each other, but they do not resemble with any other group of elements. True. Group 17 elements are named as halogens. True. Group 17 elements are named as halogens. True. And assertion and reason type question statement elements in a group generally possess similar properties, but elements along the period have different properties. The reason the difference in electronic configuration makes the element differ in their chemical properties along the period. So the statement is true and reason explains the statement. So இங்கே வந்து ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் கரெக்ட் ரீசன் வந்து கரெக்டாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்க ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஓகேவா தட்ஸ் ஆல் அண்ட் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் த ஆன்சர் த ஃபாலோவிங் செக்ஷன் ஸ்டேட் மாடர்ன் பீரியாடிக் லா ஸ்டேட் மாடர்ன் பீரியாடிக் லா. So answer for this question is comes under the glossary section. Modern periodic law. The chemical and physical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers. That is known as modern periodic law. See this, the modern periodic law. The chemical and physical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic number. And second question, what are the groups and periods in the modern periodic table? What are the groups and periods in the modern periodic table? So answer for this question is also comes under the glossary section. The second one periods. Periods means horizontal rows in the modern periodic table, and columns. Columns are vertical columns in the modern periodic table. That is the second question. Question's answer. And the third one question is what are the limitations of Mendel's periodic law? So what are the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table? So answer for this question is in the page number 140. The limitations of Mendeleev's law. Elements with large difference in properties were included in same group. Example, hard metals like copper, silver were included along the soft metals like sodium and potassium. And the second point is no proper position could be given to the element hydrogen. Non-metallic hydrogen was placed along with metals like lithium, sodium and potassium. The increasing order of atomic mass was not strictly followed throughout the classification and no place for isotopes in the periodic table. So these are the limitations for Mendeleev's classification. And the fourth one, state any five features of modern periodic table. So features of modern periodic tables are all the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic number. The horizontal rows are called periods. There are 7 periods in the periodic table. The elements are placed in periods based on the number of shells in their atoms. Vertical columns in the periodic table starting from top to bottom are called groups. There are 18 groups in the periodic table. Based on the physical and chemical properties of elements, they are grouped into various families. So these 5 points are the features of modern periodic table. So that's all about the book bag questions, students. So let me conclude this lesson from here itself. So thanks for listening. Thanks for listening me. And if you are tuning first time in this YouTube channel, please do subscribe and do share with your friends and don't forget to press the bell icon which is next to subscribe button. Then only you will get all the notifications as soon as released out from us. Okay, thank you so much.